The one that I did buy originally, it made my battery explode.
It's easy to see why so many people buy look-alike chargers from online marketplaces. These cheap USB adapters look genuine, only cost a few pounds, and claim to be Apple compatible. But according to Royal Berkshire Fire and Rescue Service, they could be one of the highest fire ignition risk devices you could have around your home.
The Fire and Rescue Services are concerned because the instances of these fires or the cause of these fires coming from fake chargers or adapters are on the increase. We've attended quite a few fires already this year, as well as previous years, where the point of origin or where the area where the fire has started has been attributed back to where these fake chargers and plug adapters and electrical equipment have been plugged in.
This thermal camera shows the difference between a genuine big brand charger and a cheap equivalent. The branded charger remains at 9 degrees, while the cheap charger quickly reaches 34.
We've got great concerns about these chargers, really for one simple reason, and that is heat, because it is also increasing the chances of a fire starting within your home.
Lots of these chargers can be found on online marketplaces, and in the listings they tend to look extremely similar to genuine Apple chargers. We took to the streets to see if people would be tempted to buy one themselves, and whether people considered safety when buying from these sites. Would you ever buy a sort of cheap charger online, or have you in the past?
Yeah, definitely.
I have bought a cheaper charger before.
I sometimes do buy a couple of spare ones for the cheaper ones, and they're usually the unbranded ones.
I haven't in the past, but I would.
When you buy these cheap chargers online, are you thinking about safety at the time?
Never. Yeah, never, no. I just kind of think about how cheap it is and how quick I can get it.
A lot of people we spoke to said they would be tempted to buy cheap adapters online, or had done in the past. Even more worryingly, a number of people we spoke to shared personal experiences of faulty adapters sparking or exploding.
I have bought one a while back that it just kind of burnt out the cable and it sparked a little bit, and then I started thinking actually it's probably not a great idea to get these.
The one that I did buy originally, it made my battery explode.
We've tested a range of these adapters, and more than 70% failed standard safety tests. When we took them apart, we found the distances between components were too short, which could cause electric shocks. We also found safety faults that could lead to the charger exploding, or the product getting so hot it catches fire.
The original equipment chargers are heavier, and that's for a very simple reason. They carry more components in them. The more components they're in, the safer they are, because many of those components are safety features.
Innately, I expect it to be safe. I don't consciously make the decision of is this or isn't this safe, because I just assume everything's safe.
It's a bit scary, isn't it? You don't really know when it's going to happen or if it will happen, but there's always the risk that it could.
If you have bought these and you're not quite sure is it fake or is it not, if you do feel on that plug that is getting warmer, that should really start causing you concern. And my best advice would be to get rid of it and go and buy an original equipment charger or adapter.
We think people should feel confident that the products they buy from online marketplaces are safe, but sadly, this isn't the case. In the last 2 years, we've uncovered multiple safety concerns with products listed on these sites. We found dangerous levels of toxic chemicals in children's toys, child car seats that are illegal to use in the UK, and smoke and carbon monoxide alarms that don't actually work. That's why we're calling for online marketplaces to have greater legal responsibility for the products that are sold on their sites. Head to which.co.uk to find out more about our product safety campaign.